few days. 6 days, 7 days? No, it's not a week. I'm leaving soon for America. Hello, my bookworms, and welcome to my June wrap up and July book haul. I'm not sure how to go about this because I don't have the books yet. At least not in my possession. So, but let's do this. So it's been a while since I've been here. I have been in a reading slump since March. I don't know what's happened. I'm really blaming that March marathoning madness because it kind of drove me into a reading slump because I read so many books. 9 books in a month. It was madness. March marathoning madness is not completely to blame. I also blame this. I don't know what this is, and the writing irritated me, and the mere fact that there were words like your, like Y-E-R instead of your, I couldn't do it. And I know I said I was going to do a bookish chat about it, but I'm not going to do a bookish chat because I keep telling myself, no, I'll read it. Maybe I'll take it on the plane with me, and I'll be trapped for 9 hours and have to read it. With that said, this reading slump has put me really far behind in my 100 book challenge. And I don't think I will get it done. I actually highly doubt I will read 100 books in this year because it's already June. How is it June? How? On the plus side, I did read some books. Some of these books that I've really wanted to read for a while. There were some I tried to read and I couldn't get into them, and I don't know why, and it was slightly depressing. So let's just go over this. As you guys know, I tried reading The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness and failed miserably in that. And I don't know what it is about his writing because you will see later on what I'm talking about, but there's something about him I don't like. The next series I did try to read is the Slated series, and it's not that I disliked this book, it was just I couldn't get into it. There was something going on in my life, and I don't remember what, but I couldn't get into it, and I kept putting it down, and then I just never picked it back up, and then I stuffed it back in my bookshelf. And I will read this. I'm really excited to read it because I like, corrupt governments and that whole fun stuff. And I believe this takes place actually in England, I want to say. So I'm excited for it, and I don't know what's wrong with my brain. What was wrong with my brain? A book I did actually finally get around to reading to doesn't even count in my 100 book challenge because I already read it. The Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. It's book one in the Gemma Doyle trilogy. I love this trilogy to pieces, and it's kind of like my go-to when I'm feeling just very uninspired to read. So I went and I read it, and I finished it, and I was all excited. And then I went and tried to read this, More Than This by Patrick Ness. Initially, I had in my head that if I read this book, that More Than This, that I would be, all rubbed up and be like, yes, I can go read the Chaos Walking trilogy by him, and I will be so excited. And there's just something about his writing that does not agree with me because, again, I only got through like the first chapter, and I just sat there like, I'm bored. What is this? And the first chapter was very depressing. I got through the first chapter and I was halfway through the second, and that's when I really began to get, frustrated and annoyed with this book. And there's so many questions you have in the beginning that just are never answered, and I don't like that. I don't like being confused in a book in the beginning. At least not to the point I want to hit myself with the book. Finally, though, I did manage to pick up a book and get through it relatively quickly. I enjoyed it wholeheartedly, and I had a lot of fun with it, even though it was severely depressing, and that was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. This book was superb, and I do have my video done for this review. I really need to edit it. But seriously, if you live in Ohio or ever lived in Ohio like I did, don't read this. Don't, because the aliens are going to attack, and when they attack, they're going to have like a base in Ohio, and then there's going to be killer birds, and it's just, this book has ignited so many fears within me, and I'm traveling back to Ohio. Shit. If I don't come back, the aliens have found me. If you haven't read this yet, I understand that it's a very heavy read, it's a very dark read, but go read it. It was magnificent. unless if you live in Ohio, especially in Cincinnati or Dayton. I didn't live there at least, but I lived close. The next book I ended up getting through was Marina by Carl Safon, and I bounce every time I say that, but his name is a lot of fun. In heading back to America, I had this, plan that I would read Divergent here in the UK and read Insurgents on the plane, and that didn't go according to plan because I've finished them both already. They took me about 2 days each, and I don't know. I thought it would take me longer, but it didn't. In which case, this is bringing us up to speed with my upcoming book haul, or at least of books you can expect me to have, because I will be buying Allegiance while I'm out there in hardcover. I will have it, and I will read it on the plane, probably. Or at least while I'm out there, I might read it. I don't know anymore. My plans have blown up. I also plan to get 3 more books while I'm out there. At least I have 2 waiting for me, and that is the hardback edition of Shadow and Bone by Leah Bartiga and the second book, Sage and Storm. While I'm out in America, the last and final book, Ruin and Rising, I want to say it's either that or it's Rising and Ruin. I don't know it's escaping me, but that comes out while I'm out there. I'm gonna buy it in hardback, and I will have all 3, and I will be so excited because I will have them, because I really did enjoy this. In which case, I will be doing a giveaway on this book. So if you live in America and you want this book, let me know and I can try and get it out to you while I'm out there, because I'll be out there for 3 weeks. If you're in the UK, you're going to have to wait till I come back. So, yeah. Another book I plan to get is the last and final installment of the Mortal Instruments series. And that is only if it's in paperback and this size. Because if it's not, I'm not going to buy it. Let's face it. So fingers crossed that they have it in paperback and it is this size, that I will buy it then. And everybody's been talking about it and I feel very left out, and I have to reread this entire damn series. I should read these on the plane when I think about it, but I don't want to carry them all. Look, that's 5 books. Seeing how I finished Divergent and Insurgent before I intended to, the book I'm going to be taking on the plane with me is The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken. I do plan to buy Never Fade while I'm out there in hardback, hopefully, and I will probably read that on the plane home, unless it's, I pick one of my other books. But my suitcase it's going to be full of books. That is the end of my up and coming book haul, or at least books you can expect to see. There might be some more added and thrown into there. That's also my wrap up for you guys, even though I've only read, how many books did I read? So technically 5 books, so I don't think I really count, A Great and Terrible Beauty. But yeah, 5 books I've read in the past 3 months. If you guys are interested in my paperback edition of Shadow and Bone by Leah Bartiga, comment below, let me know. If you're in America, I will happily ship it out to you while I'm there. If you're in the UK, you're going to have to wait until I get back to ship this off to you guys, but I probably need to pick someone out well before I leave on Tuesday. So that is everything. I will be posting videos up while I'm in America, and don't be, alarmed if it still looks like I'm in my flat, because everything's pre-recorded. So, yeah. I hope everybody is having a great start to their summer, because it's finally summer out. Yeah, it's June and it's hot. There is a heat wave coming to England, and thank God I'm leaving, although there's a heat wave in Ohio. So I'm screwed either way.